Hey, it's me, NCR here again. Uh, yeah, I love creating and sharing, thought-provoking, bright content, encouraging people to get into the Bible, and answering spiritual-related questions. If that sounds like something you're interested in, I encourage you to hit the subscribe button. Today's going to be a little bit different because I'm going to share just some updates and SunShining news. So, if that's not something you're really interested in, you might not want to finish watching the video. And then also, I am going to do a song review today. I'm going to talk about some music because I've said this before, here on I've said that previously on the SunShining podcast, and so I'll talk about how maybe I'll just talk about it right now how I've switched from the SunShining podcast is a winter thing, and Daily Sunshine is something I'm doing this summer, kind of as experimenting. I'm really experimenting on my YouTube channel this summer, but yeah. So I've said it before. It's just that as much as I can say to brighten up your day, nothing can brighten up your day like God's word can. But what I was going to say today is, music can really brighten up your day. And so this summer, one thing I was kind of briefly mentioned before that I might want to do this summer is a music podcast. I don't think I'm going to start a full-on music podcast this summer, but I do want to do, and I do want to talk about music. Some here on Daily Sunshine, a while back here, over a year ago, I did a review of Toy Mac's latest song, 21 Years. And that, out of all my videos, that got the most views. Like, they got over 100 some views. And none of my videos have near 100 views. So I want to start doing some song reviews. One of the reasons I think that video got a lot of views for is because I had the full song title in there, and that's something people search a lot for, and that's what got a lot of views. I maybe, for my longtime viewers and audience, I maybe want to start doing song reviews and then maybe having the full... I am going to be talking about a song today. I didn't stick the title of it in the... and I didn't stick the title of the song in the title of this video because I didn't want people to find this video that aren't subscribed to me. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I have been experimenting a lot. If you've been a long time viewer or you notice that I have been experimenting. And where was I going with that? But I think I said enough of an intro. Should get into the video now, shouldn't I? Right? Okay. I really miss having the SunShining podcast as a weekly thing where I just kind of can talk and talk and talk. And so with Daily Sunshine, I've generally been trying to keep my videos under 5 minutes. This one here, I'm doing it on a Friday. I'm just gonna I'm recording this on a Thursday, but I'm releasing it on Friday. I'm just gonna and that's the day I normally release, episodes of the SunShining podcast. I'm just gonna ramble on in this one. I'm just gonna make this one a little bit longer than my recent videos have been, and just talk about various different things. So, I feel like I've gotten a little bit more consistent since since I've been doing videos. One thing to bring up before I start talking about the song here, I tend to overthink things, so I was thinking about recording this video before I actually recorded it, so then I kind of was talking on some things, and I was like, hey, this is good, I gotta record it, so then I started recording because I was thinking of things I wanted to say. So some things, I want to say is, if you've, been following along on my YouTube channel here for the last few weeks, you notice that I've been uploading, a lot of videos. I did some tech videos to this channel, and I made them unlisted, so you can no longer view them on this channel. But I created a brand channel for Tech with Non-Resistant, titled, in the channel, you can find the channel by searching Tech with Non-Resistant, that's the channel name. I don't know if tech videos is something I want to do too much of. I have, being a YouTuber for a few years, I definitely have a lot of tips and stuff that I could give new YouTubers. Or Christian YouTubers. I'd love to encourage Christian YouTubers and I've been, over the last few weeks, I've really been checking out some other Christian YouTubers' channels, and I've just, there's so many, as Christians, and no matter who you just, every once in a while, we maybe get a little message or a little urge, I want to share that, I have this thought I want to share, and so I notice a lot of people do that, and they have channels, and there's lots of people that just are, sharing content, and it's cool, and where was I going with that? And so I'm just one of the many Christians who just love sharing content. Can't remember where I was going with that. For my recent Daily Sunshine videos, I have been trying to keep them under 5 minutes, and I've been following my notes, and I feel like in this one here, I can kind of look at the camera more. I don't know if I do a good job at doing that in my videos. Okay, where was I going? Where was I going with that? Yeah, so today, I thought there's something else. See, I'm not looking at my notes for this video, and so I didn't really have too many notes. Let me just look at them right quick. Yeah. if I think of anything else important to say, I'll just say it later. So the song I'm going to be talking about today is Help Is On The Way, Maybe Midnight by Toby Mac. Help Is On The Way, Maybe Midnight by Toby Mac. That's the song I'm going to be talking about today. And, the very first song review that I did here on my channel, when I was not very consistent in doing YouTube videos, was a song review for Toby Mac's song 21 Years, and like I said, that got over 100 some views. So, now that was the first one. I did one other song review besides that, but now that I'm starting to do it for real and maybe do some more regular, just talking about songs and music, I decided to go with the Toby Mac song for a few reasons. One, because he just recently released a new song, and then just because since his was the first song I did, his will be it's kind of like the second song I'm doing. But I did this is like the third song review I'm doing. Okay, hope that all makes sense. Something I want to bring up here is my sister Sarah, because I was thinking about starting a music podcast. My sister Sarah started a music podcast. That's something I may or may not take part in a little bit this summer, because I've got huge ideas for how I would do a music podcast if I was doing one, but I'm just like, I've got so many other things I'm doing. One thing I forgot to mention, I remember what I was going to mention here earlier, because I was mentioning how I did write some film reviews at the beginning of 2021 here. I love watching films, I love stories, I love books. I created a brand channel called Non-Resistant Book Reviews. I did one video so far this week, at the beginning of the week here, of me just talking about a book. And one question that I kind of want to answer with that YouTube channel and just with Non-Resistant Book Reviews is, what book should Christian young people read? Because I'm a Christian young person, and I've been a bookworm for years. I've loved reading books, and so what book should a Christian young person read? And that's one question I kind of want to answer with a question, but of course I read a lot of different books, and so I'm not, like I've said in, kind of repeating some of the stuff I said kind of in the intro video for that there. And so I've done that on a whole separate channel, and so I want to continue posting here regularly, daily, because I've been creating brand channels, and I'm like, okay, what do I really want to YouTube about? What is my really focus, and who am I really? And I just love sharing bright content, like I opened up this video. I love sharing bright, thought-provoking content, encouraging people to get into the Bible, and answering spiritual-related questions. And so that's what I'm doing here on my channel with Daily Sunshine. So I've given it a name. And so I have created a brand channel for Daily Sunshine, but I've just posted some trailers and promos for Daily Sunshine there. But you can find everything here. And but I am doing other things. So if you are curious about my brand channels, I want to watch this other content that I do, go to my channel. Go to the channel that you're watching this video on, and then click the channels tab, because there's like videos and like about, and yeah, click the channels tab. You can see all my subscriptions because I made them public. But go down to featured channels. You'll see my mother's featured channel, and then you'll see all my other featured channels, like Tech with Non-Resistant Book Reviews, Daily Sunshine with NCR, the SunShining Sun Bible. I have brand channels for all that. Where was I at? I was getting to talk about this song here. This will be a long-winded video, so, I don't know how many people are going to watch it, because, I've had that problem with not very many people watching my videos. And I want to do stuff to increase viewership. And where was I going with that? Anyways, I guess I should get back to the song now. So, because, I think I want to do this daily, or not daily, regularly. I think weekly. I think I want to kind of come up with a schedule for Daily Sunshine where, well, not too much of a schedule, but maybe like every Friday, I'll release a music episode of me talking about a song. And one thing I would love to do is, I'd also love to talk about like a worship song on Sunday too. But that's like, I don't know, that's too much. I think it's too much, because Friday I talk about just a random song, Sunday a worship song, and then the rest of the week I'm doing like also other videos, because I'm releasing. Recently here, I had a question and asked me about, just Bible study, and I've been doing, like with Daily Sunshine, and that's what I've been wanting to do. I just wanted to help people get into God's Word. But a question was asked me, so I did one video on that, and then I did I compiled kind of a list of just common questions that people ask as they're starting to get the Bible for themselves. So I did a video series for that, and it's 7 videos, 7 different questions, and that's coming out all through the month of April. 2 videos came out this week, and so I have kind of because it's, that's the big thing I was going to mention today. Because Daily Sunshine is kind of a daily podcast, or not daily, depending on whether I do it daily, so many topics can be discussed. So many, things like, gender, forgiveness, anger, pain, hardship, questions about God, questions about well study. I mean, so much can be discussed on a daily podcast because it's a daily podcast, but I don't know if I'm doing it right. I mean, there's different ways to do it. There's different topics that we talked about. One of my, I guess, big favorite heroes, people is Jamie Grace. I really admire Jamie Grace, and I love how she does so many different things, and she's been like, kind of, I don't know what you call it, maybe in the entertainment world and for a couple years, and yeah, she's a pop star, and she does a lot of different things. I haven't watched like every one of her, a few years back she did the Jamie Grace show, and there's like a bunch of seasons of that. I watched a few episodes of that. She's just a really funny person. But she currently has her podcast, the Jamie Grace podcast. It's a daily podcast. I do not listen to any of the, I haven't listened to any of the episodes of that. But I do know that it's a daily podcast because I've watched some of her YouTube videos. And the way she does a podcast and the things she talks about is much different from the way I do a podcast and the things I talk about. Because I want my podcast and my stuff to be for young people. And I want to... But yeah, young people generally like shorter things and more. And I have a hard time creating engaging content that would, be something young people want to watch. Where was I going with that? But yeah, because Daily Sunshine is a podcast, I can, because it's a daily podcast, I can talk about things on this daily podcast that, normally would not get covered maybe in a weekly podcast. I don't know. But I am hoping to bring, so speaking of like a weekly podcast, I am hoping to bring the Sunshine podcast back this fall in like end of September. So I'm so excited for that. I am looking for a co-host, kind of. I will do like more looking when it draws nigh to the time. But I'm already taking notes for the SunShining podcast season 3 and all that. And I actually am hoping. It's kind of funny how I have different names for my different things because like this summer I'm doing like Daily Sunshine, and I may do a little bit of Cemetery Reflections later this summer. And so I'm just trying to be consistent with what I do. But it's funny how I have different names. So what I'm hoping to do is kind of transition what I'm calling Daily Sunshine this summer into the SunShining Podcast Season 3. Similar to how I transitioned from the SunShining Podcast Season 2 into Daily Sunshine. And one difference between like Daily Sunshine and the SunShining Podcast is Daily Sunshine is just me. The SunShining Podcast is where I interview people. And so I have so many amazing people that I want to interview on the SunShining Podcast Season 3. And for Season 2, I had approximately 24 episodes. For Season 3, I'm planning to have like approximately 40 some episodes or more. And so like it'll be twice a week or more. Like that's the thing. Like I may, because I love creating content daily. And they say like for YouTubers, because I've been watching lots of YouTube tech videos and stuff, is well, the consistency is good, and then maybe weekly because like daily is too often because then it's not well edited. I don't know. But I'm trying to become, I don't know, better at maybe just doing content and preparing it daily. But, so I may almost, like, I don't want the SunShining Podcast to be daily, but I'm like, if I do like the SunShining Podcast, like, I'm just thinking about, like, possible formats it could be. I could do, like, a kind of similar to what I'm thinking about maybe doing this summer. But, yeah, like, talk about worship and songs or whatever on Sunday, or, like a special Sunday episode, church episode or whatever, kind of, on Sunday. Or Saturday, depending, and then, and maybe an episode out on Monday or Tuesday. So maybe it wouldn't be daily, unless I think of some, inspiration to share money. And then regular, interview with somebody on Thursday, and then maybe a music episode on Friday. So it'd be at least 2 times a week or 3 times a week. That's one possible scenario for the SunShining Podcast Season 3. But I am looking for a co-host for that because I would love to have a co-host and I'd love to have lots of amazing guests. Like I've compiled like lots of amazing Christian YouTubers I want to have on my podcast, Christian young people, Christian homeschoolers, Christian, and I would love to bring my podcast to a new level. I do that every year, bring it to a new level, and just I would love to reach like top Christian podcast for young people by the end of 2021, by the end of this year. And have over 1,000. I would love to have. I'm praying to God, and if you love watching my videos and encourage you to. This is a prayer request I can have. I'm just praying that I have an audience, and that is a current prayer request of mine. That the Lord grows my audience, and then I could get over. I'm kind of praying for over 1,000 subscribers, but also kind of praying for like 100,000 subscribers. So I'm kind of praying two prayers. Like sometimes I'm praying, Lord, give me 100,000 subscribers. Other days I'm just praying, Lord, just please help me just to get over 1,000 subscribers, and I'll be happy with just over 1,000. But yeah, I would love like 100,000, subscribers. That'd be really awesome. Both to hear, and I think one thing depending on if I have a co-host for the SunShining Podcast Season 3, and that wasn't what I wasn't going to be talking about the SunShining Podcast Season 3 so much here on this channel, but I am talking about my brand channel. So depending on if I do have that, I do have a brand channel for like the SunShining Podcast, and so I would love that to have over 1,000 subscribers as well. And so I have the different channels. Not every one of my channels, it doesn't matter if I have over 1,000 subscribers for them, but like for my main channel, Not Resistant Really, it's my main channel, I would love to have over 1,000 subscribers. So please pray for that if you're loving my content. Because I just love shining light into people's lives and love sharing, truth and stuff in my channel. But let me get to that song. I've been dragging it out. And that's why this is probably going to be a video no one even watches to the end here. But if you're watching to the end, and that's what I was going to do in this video, I was going to talk about a song by Tony Mac. So the song, Help on the Way, Maybe Midnight. And I wasn't going to say much about it. That's the thing. In the future episodes, I may be talking shorter. But like I said, I do miss having that opportunity. Maybe I should do live streams. Is live streams, if live streams is something you would like to see me do more of, let me know in the comments. I'd love to connect with you either here on YouTube or, on social media. And you can find me on social media at the SunShining on Facebook and Twitter, and at the SunShining NCR on Instagram. Okay. But future episodes will be shorter. Okay. So if you are a music fan like me, you probably have heard the song "Help Is on the Way" by Tony Mac, quite a few times already, even though it's a fairly recent release. And you probably, you probably already heard the story behind it. Especially, like, one music podcast that I love listening to is the Weekend Top 20 Countdown, but I can't remember if they shared this story on there. But I love listening to Christian radio stations. I've heard the story, and I follow him on social media. So somewhere, I can't remember where I heard the story, but I've heard the story, I think, a few times behind Help Is on the Way, and how he just shared, how a little over a year ago, he lost a son, and shortly after he lost his son, he wrote the song 21 Years. I talked about that here on my YouTube channel quite a while back. And as that kind of his, so Help Is on the Way is a really good song. You can find that everywhere songs are available. So I encourage you, if you're listening to this, to go listen to it, because Help Is on the Way is a really good song, and I love how we cried to God for help, and Help Is on the Way, and kind of the subtitle of the song is Maybe Midnight, and God is never late. Now a little, so Tony Mac has history behind the song. That's great. I have a little kind of story of just of how I was gonna see. So I don't know what to call the story, but my story is how I was gonna go see Tony Mac in concert in Edmonton, and I think it was like a few weeks before the concert, I found out his son died. And so the concert was postponed. It was originally postponed to sometime in 2020. But then because of COVID, it was canceled for good. So I never have gotten to see Tony Mac live in concert. So that's just kind of my story with, I guess you could say, that incident in his life and those songs. So because I was going to see him in concert. Tony Mac is really amazing in concert, which I don't know how the Edmonton concert would have been, but I know here in the United States, Tony Mac does Hits Deep Tour every year, and his Hits Deep Tour is amazing. I've never been to any of his concerts, but they're amazing. Like, he travels with a group of artists. I mean, his songs, like, Tony Mac's songs are so amazing. I mean, Tony Mac has been in the music industry for years. And I don't know how educated my viewers who are viewing this far into the video have, how much education they have about this. But like Tony Mac, he's been in the music industry for years. He was a part of DC Talk. And then, they broke up I'm not even very educated on, but they became three separate groups. Michael Tate became lead singer of the Newsboys, or I don't know how eventually, but whatever. He is now the lead singer of the Newsboys. And then, Tony Mac is Tony Mac. And, he's been in the music, he's been a Christian, for years, and he's really, the songs he writes are so amazing. And Help is on the Way is no different from. I mean, it's his most recent song, but it's amazing like all of his other songs. And yeah, I mean that's kind of it. That's kind of all I was gonna say about that song. You should go listen to it, no matter who you are. I think you're whether you're old or young. I feel like you're gonna love that song, Between Man. And I promise that I will be talking about other songs here on Daily Sunshine and keep my thoughts about them shorter. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. And if you're already subscribed to me and if you watched this far, I just want to thank you so much because it means a lot to me. And that's it for today.